One thing to be clear about with the dollar is that when Bessent talked, he talked about they're committed to a strong dollar policy, but then he said, but we're not going to allow other currencies to weaken. So let me try and interpret that. We want the dollar to be the most important currency and the reserve currency of the world. Okay, that's what strong dollar means. Now that I've said that, the value of it could go down, the exchange rate could go down, but it's still the most important currency and it's still the reserve currency. So that's what I think they mean by strong dollar. They don't mean that they want the value of it to be higher. They want the importance of it to remain.
Obviously, oil settles in dollars, gold settles in dollars. Most of the commodities in the world settle in dollars. But I heard some people saying that, oh, that's the next thing we have to do. No, I mean, are you kidding me? As the reserve currency, what that really means ubiquitously is 30-year bonds. You got to buy them in dollars. You can't buy them in yen. You can't buy them. You have to convert. And it's the most liquid thing in the world. That's why it's the reserve currency, right?
We have had rule of law for 50 years. We have trillions dollar deep derivatives markets on the dollar and our interest rates. $5 trillion a day trades of dollar assets every single day around the world. That's why the dollar is capable of handling hundreds of billions of dollars of transactions every day without interruption. And that rule of law is very important. Find me something that can do that other than the dollar. It's certainly none of the fiat currencies are even remotely close to being able to do that. Not the euro, not the yuan. The Chinese don't have rule of law. The euro is not big enough, doesn't have deep enough capital markets. So the idea behind that, the dollar losing its reserve status, I agree. The day you tell me there's an alternative, there really isn't an alternative. If you tell me it's gold or it's going to be some basket of commodity, you don't understand how international trade works.
It's going to be Bitcoin, Jim. Come on, we all know it's going to be Bitcoin.
And I'll be open with you. It could be, but it's maybe 10 or 20 years away. It needs to develop 100 or 1,000x deeper than it is now.
Absolutely.
But in theory, it could be, but it's in its infancy if it ever gets there at all.
Jim Bianco returns to Buy, Hold, Sell in several weeks. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.